I see Stray Kids in 1 week. 1 week, to the day, 7 days. I only have 6 more sleeps. Wild, wild. Anyways, I've got a really fun video for you guys today. So yesterday I went to Metrotown Mall, which is like an hour and a half away from me in Burnaby, and I made a purchase at Artbox. Now I want you to know that these are very difficult to find here in Canada, like in specifically like the Vancouver area. Like they're very difficult to find, and basically as soon as they hit the shelves, they are off the shelves, man. They sell out so fast. So I have been wanting to purchase one of these for literally a year and a half. I couldn't even find an extra, like we found when me and my friends went to Korea in 2023 and we found one, okay? And it was purchased. But I am now the proud owner of a light stick. I'm so excited. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how much money I spent on this because it's a little embarrassing. This is as expensive as some of my cosplays. It's a glorified flashlight, and I spent almost 100 Canadian dollars on it. But I have not opened it yet. We did technically open it at the store to make sure that it works, so I do know that it works, but I have not opened it yet. So I know what it looks like. I am so excited. Now I do have some batteries here, so I'm gonna do a little unboxing. You probably weren't expecting a little unboxing today, were you? Okay, I don't have like a table in front of me, so I have to like put this on a screen. Look at it. Now, I'm so excited for this because I was like, I wanted a light stick for the concert, but I just knew that wasn't something I was going to get. So the fact that they had not one but two at the Artbox, I was like, oh my god. So I bought one. Now I'm gonna go and put the batteries in it and we're gonna be right back. Okay. And it is an LED, it has an LED screen on the back, and there's an app you download, and then you can like set it to the different skazoos and stuff. And these hook up when you have it, when you bring these to the concerts, they all sync, and then at the concerts, that's how they get all of the light sticks to have the same colors. So, I am so excited by this. I am so excited by this. Anyways, this light stick isn't even the point of this video. So, now that I have a light stick, I'm going to a concert. I need something to wear to the concert. Now, I'm gonna turn this, oh! I'm so sorry. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this. Like, can I? Okay, 1 second, let me, my earring fell off. That's incredibly awkward. We're back down to earth, we're breathing, we're fine, we're good. We're good. Now, I need an outfit to wear to see Stray Kids because, like, while I, you know, have a pretty decent fashion sense and I could probably, you know, pick something out from my wardrobe, I definitely could. However, this is me we're talking about, and I am a chronic overachiever. We know this about me, okay? I can never do anything halfway. So, because I filmed the intro beforehand, I made an entire outfit. We have had these tickets, obviously, for a very long time, since September, okay? So I had a long time to think about what I wanted to wear. And at first we were going to do, so me and my friend are going together. She was incredibly cool and sat through the ticket hell while I was at work crying, thinking I couldn't go and that I wasn't gonna be able to go and I was gonna miss out. And then I came home from work and she was like, guess what we're doing in May? And I was like, what? And she's like, we're seeing Stray Kids. And I was like, oh, we're seeing. So anyways, I had a good little cry about that. So we kind of decided pretty early on, we're like, we want to go and make some outfits. And so at first, we were like, what if we made the iconic red lights duo? And I was like, that sounds fantastic. However, I hate making pants. I loathe entirely making pants. So it got to about beginning of April, and I was like, how about we don't do this, because I haven't even started on anything, and making 2 outfits while also making things for commissions and making things for SakuraCon and all these things. I was like, it's too, let's not do that. And then we decided, okay, well, what can we do? And I had been seeing like videos of people talking about like different things that they were planning on wearing to the concert, and I was like, we could do, you know, album themed ones. I really like 5-star, and so you could put like stars all over your body, and I have like this really cool cardigan that's got stars, and it's really cute. I'll show you. So I have like this really cute cardigan, and it's got like stars and little like doodads on it. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. I know what these are called. Anyways, it's really cute cardigan, and I was like, I could do a 5-star themed outfit. That would be pretty cool. And then I also have like a jacket that I made that Han wears in the La 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 music video, like, you know, like the little cropped piratey number. And I was like, I could do that. I also have everything to do Ian's hallucination look, to actually 2 of them. So I have the stuff to do 2 different ones of those, and I thought I could do that. But we wanted to match, you know, like it was one of those things where we wanted to match. So then I was like, hey, I made that Libit themed beret. Why don't I just make a Wolf-chan themed one, since their bias is Bang-chan and my bias is Lino, and we just go as the Skazoo. And she was like, oh, that I fear eats. And then I spent an exorbitant amount of time, too much time, days, agonizing over a design. I spent days agonizing over this design. It was frankly a little embarrassing. So I made sketches, I made a Pinterest board, I went hard on this, okay? And nothing was like coming to me. I kind of decided, I thought, okay, well maybe I'll make like a weird little like bunny kind of jumpsuit with like the face on the front, and then I saw this design and thought that's really cute, and maybe I'll do that. And I drew it up several times, and I was like, it looks, I didn't want to make something that I was literally going to wear once. Like that was my thing, is I wanted it to be articles of clothing that I could then just wear in my everyday wardrobe without it being the picture of an angry bunny on my chest, you know? So that's when I was reminded of this outfit that I wore at SakuraCon. And everyone was like, that outfit was so cute. I got lots of compliments. People walking down the street would be like, oh my God, you look so cute. And I was like, thank you. I was like, okay, that would be really cute. And I could wear that. And I could just wear that. But it's a little too Hanji-sung and not enough Libit. So I thought, what if I took the silhouette of that outfit and I color swapped it? So I made the skirt a white skirt, and I made like a pink vest, and I made like some type of white over jacket or something. I wasn't really sure, but I was gonna just essentially rip the design of this, color swap it. So that is what we're going to go do. That is what we're gonna go do. And enjoy the next however so minutes of me suffering, because I was having the worst week at work. So I apologize in advance for how unenthusiastic I sound throughout the rest of this video, because I was quite enthusiastic. I couldn't bring myself to be like happy and bubbly and which I feel now because I'm freaking out because I see Stray Kids in 6 days. Anyways, yeah, let's go see that. I'll see you on the other side. This is my most favorite vest. This is also the vest that I wore with kind of the outfit in general, and this is kind of what I want to recreate. So we're gonna rip the pattern of this vest. So the fast and dirty on how to rip a pattern from an existing piece of clothing is to trace out the pieces in their individuality. So each pattern piece along the seams, I'm tracing it out onto some paper that I got from a dishware set that I bought. I don't like to throw things away. So I kept it, and then I just traced out all of the pattern lines along the seams and the edges. It's a deceptively simple pattern method to use. I also label all of my patterns with what they are and how many pieces I need to cut of each thing, because I hate looking at a pattern later and not knowing what it is. I didn't add seam allowance to these pieces because I don't like to usually add seam allowance. I find it personally easier to cut out my seam allowance in relation to the pattern, like being able to see it on the material instead of adding it to my pattern. That is just always how I have done my patterns. You might find that easier, you might find that more difficult, you might forget and just cut them out. I always add extra when I cut out patterns. So that is just something that I do, so keep that in mind when you're doing something like this. You need to add the seam allowance. So here's the pattern. We have the front center, front side, back side, back center, and I decided to have this on a fold so that way I wouldn't need more pieces. Now, to make sure that this pattern works, I'm going to make a mock-up, but I'm going to cut the mock-up out of fabric that I will end up using as a lining, and then if this fits correctly the first time, which could possibly be what ends up happening, then I can use my mock-up as the lining. Big brain energy, big brain energy. All right, moment of truth time. I could actually probably take in a lot on the side. I'm gonna have to take this sweater off so that way I can fit this on myself. 1 second. Okay, so this actually isn't too bad because it's already gonna like cross over to button in the front. And it's a little loose around the waist area. I like the way that the other one really cinches me in, but I can fix that by putting in like the ties that my other one has at the back, and then I can get any amount of cinching I need. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with the pattern at all, and I think this will work out quite nicely. I was able to give myself just a little extra in the chest area so I don't feel kind of like I'm being flattened when I wear it. So yeah, this will work out quite nice. Another montage. I'm joking. I'm not going to bore you with another one. Okay, I have been at this for like 2 hours now, I want to say, and it is 9:45, and I have made my first mistake, which is I put these ties too high. They're end up coming to about here, and I wanted it to come to about like my waist. So I'm gonna have to seam rip part of this, and I'm really tired and I work tomorrow, so this is gonna be a problem for tomorrow me. Ooh. Day 2. It happens to be almost exactly 24 hours since we last spoke. Today was really difficult at work. I've just been having a really difficult week. So I came home, I ate dinner, I took a nap, and I took a shower, and I feel a lot more alive. Tomorrow's my day off, it's my weekend, so let's see what I can finish tonight. I kind of want to finish the vest tonight, but I'm also not a fan of this pink fabric. I'm going with a friend tomorrow to the fabric store because I'm doing a commission, completely different project, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy different pink fabric. So that's going over there, and that's not what we're going to work on tonight. So we're not actually finishing the vest. So I think what we're going to do instead is we're going to make the skirt today, and I think that is what we're gonna do until I can go find some other fabrics. So I could take you to my favorite fabric store tomorrow, which could be nice. That's where I'm at currently. So let's go make a skirt. I think I'm just gonna make a circle skirt for this project. No. Oh, we're making a tiered skirt. That's what it is. I've had a very long day at work, very long week at work, which could lend itself into its own story time, and I will not bore you. I also can't talk about work. I work at a care home, and I'm not allowed to talk about why I'm so tired. So just to suffice it to say, I work at a care home, and I'm tired. So yeah, that's all I can tell you. So let's go make a skirt, and I'm gonna let future editor me take it away with a little bit of what's the word I'm searching for? Oh my god! Voiceover. There we go. I'm gonna let future editor me take it away with a voiceover. I love when previous me makes decisions for future me, and then I have to go about telling you my thought process from a thing that I did a week ago. This is the skirt that we're recreating, and I did actually do a pretty good job at recreating it. Anyways, I'm going through and showing you all the different tiers. It's a 2-tiered skirt with this cute little, oh my god, what is the word? Bloomers for it, and it looks really small, but it actually does fit. It's kind of crazy. So I'm ripping the pattern off of this pair of shorts that I have, and I did really struggle with ripping the pattern off of this. I cannot tell you how much I hate making pants, and I ended up having to make pants for this stupid costume anyways. But yeah, anyways, just watch me do things, and with some sick beats in the background. I probably actually did not put sick beats in the background, but that's fine. So I originally had like this over 4-minute long video of me complaining about how I didn't like the original fabric that I chose, and I ended up choosing a different fabric and redoing everything I just did. So good for me, right? There's the sewing machine. You know what that means. I hope you enjoyed that, because I didn't. Every single time I go to make pants or shorts or anything, I always immediately forget how much I loathe and despise making pants. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew our, what are they called? Wow, what are these called? The tiers of the skirt together. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Then I'm probably going to attach that to the shorts, and then I'm going to attach the waistband. But you're not really here to like make up this skirt. You're here to watch me suffer, which is fair enough. I also do very much enjoy watching creatives on YouTube suffer. So, also, nobody's watching this video. Oh, my YouTube channel is slowly dying. Figure this out. Back to montage time, because I just cannot explain what I am doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. 17 years of sewing experience, and I still regularly completely bullshit my way through projects. So remember when I said that we were gonna go to the fabric store and I was gonna film it and like take you guys along with me to the fabric store? I completely forgot I was going to do that. I went to the fabric store, but I did not film anything. So, yay. So I got these two really lovely pinks. This is a really like light, very pastel. This one's like a nice bubblegum pink. And this one, I wanted both of them, so that's why I got both of them. This one I just got whatever was left on the roll, so I think it's almost 2 meters, and then this is just 1 meter. It is the 60-inch wide, or like I think it's 105 centimeters. I'm really tending to more towards this like soft pink, because when I look at my Leave It, the tummy area is like a really soft pink and not really like a dark pink. Tending to go towards this pink here, but I had to get this one simply because it was cute. And you know, sometimes you just gotta splurge and buy the pretty pink. So enjoy this. I don't know what I'm gonna use this on later. Maybe I'll make something Dwecky themed for myself in the future. Because this is kind of Dwecky colored, isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe make a silly little hat for him. I can't keep making just... I can't do that. I can't just make everybody a hat. Now that I'm a lot more comfortable, we're gonna go back to working on the skirt because I was working on that last night and I just want to get it finished. So I'm going to... What am I going to do? I am going to cinch, pull, no. I am going to I'm going to finish the gathering on the skirt so I can attach it to the waistband. Holy shit. Wow. So I really contemplated just cutting all of that out, but I thought that you would enjoy watching me suffer because that is what my brain is like all the time because I have dyslexia and it is so frustrating to live my life like that. Anyways, I gathered down the fabric and I put it on the shorts and then I sewed it. Sorry about that. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled content. So then I sewed down some elastic by pulling on it and using a zigzag stitch so that way it would make the ruching along the bottom of the shorts. And then I sewed up my waistband seam with a French seam, and then I attached it to the skirt, and it was very complicated to attach to the skirt, so I didn't explain how to do that. So, good luck. Also, the elusive proof that I actually did iron this, which I forgot to at all take any kind of footage of beforehand. Lads. So all I did was top stitch the waistband down, and this is such a cute skirt. This is such a cute skirt. Like, I can wear this as a top skirt. I could wear this as like a skirt to go under things. What is that? Like a petticoat? Like a flouncy little petticoat? Oh, this is so cute. And because it's got like the built-in shorts and everything, which are kind of see-through, so you just kind of saw accidentally the color of my underwear. Anyways, don't worry about that. But it's got like the built-in shorts and it's so cute. Lads, it's so cute. Anyways, it's so flouncy and it looks very similar to the original. As much as I would like to finish this vest right now, I need to go take a nap. I am so tired from accidentally staying up till 1 a.m. working on this last night. And then I went out to the mall and to the fabric store and to another mall today. So I'm just very tired because it is 6:20. But I'm gonna make mistakes if I don't take a nap, and this particular fabric is pleather, and you cannot make mistakes on pleather. It if you have to unpick a seam or anything like that, it holds your mistakes forever. And I just can't do that. So, I'm gonna go take a nap. That nap turned into a lot more than the little hour I thought I was gonna get, and I ended up not finishing anything else for the rest of the evening. The next day, I was feeling very camera shy, and I started getting a really, really bad pimple, and so I just I don't think I ended up really filming my face. I don't think I really did a lot of talking. So please enjoy, I think, what is the fourth, maybe, montage of this video? You know, every time I work with pleather, I go, man, I really kind of dislike working with pleather, but at least it doesn't fray. So there's that. We've been here before with this being done. So I'm gonna clip this, and then we're gonna be able to check size. Here we are, we have the vest. I actually put the ties this time at the correct spot at the back here, which means we can get a little snatched waist. Yes. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't pull this as much as I'd like it to. Like, this is in need of maybe this. I'll have to try it on myself and make sure that I actually need to take this much off. But not bad, right? I didn't need to take it in at all, which you're gonna see later once I actually try it on. But here is some fun top stitching and the sounds of my machine desperately, desperately begging me not to sew with this fabric. And now it is finally blessedly time to attach the lining. Also, pro tip, if you are ever working with pleather and you decide to make anything with pleather, you need to get some little clips, because pleather remembers everything you do to it forever. So use little clips to attach things, don't pin things together. You will leave your pinholes. You know, one of these days I'm gonna learn how to catch a glimpse of me sewing that isn't just my hands. All of these clips, this entire video, it's just my hands. So the scissors I'm using here are called pinking shears, and I desperately need to get a new pair or these ones sharpened, because the struggle bus that this was, but also pinking shears are really great, so get some, I think. So I don't know what I did, but the audio quality on this kind of messed up, so here is voiceover me to tell you it doesn't fit. I end up taking in a little bit on the shoulders because it's too small, and it's just a little too tight with the kind of fabric that I used for it to be able to fit me properly. It flattens my boobs in the most unflattering way possible, so I end up completely changing direction, completely changing course here. I don't know why I took this clip, but lunchtime, I guess. Also, like, my mood. I took so many videos of me just sewing, and I really hope you're enjoying the aesthetic sounds of my sewing machine crying and begging for mercy. So I toyed with a lot of different closure methods for this. So I had like buttons, and I thought about doing a lace up, and there was just so many different designs that I thought about going with, but I ended up going with snaps. So technically the vest is done. It really looks awkward from the side because it just flattens my chest entirely. If this vest, and also those just keep popping out, that's mostly what it does. I don't know. I think it's a really cute idea, but I kind of hate it. From that. Right, so I had a little crash out, and then I made these sleeves. It's a really basic sleeve. It's got a French seam. I wanted to add a little flare, and so it's got like a little slit there, and it attaches only in part, very much like this, but I didn't have any more of these, so yeah. I also, instead of making it a vest, turned it into a jacket, as you can see, because it did not fit as a vest. I'm keeping on the snaps because I liked the aesthetic of having the snaps there, and if I ever want to close it up, I can, but that's just not something that's ever going to be happening. I forgot that the hat was on there. Anyways, my Leave It hat makes an appearance. This is what we're gonna be wearing with my little outfit here. So essentially, the actual outfit is done. I still need to figure out what I'm wearing underneath of this. I'm gonna go through my closet tomorrow or something after work because my weekend is now over. I spent my weekend doing this. I'm done crashing out now. I've said crashing out too many times. Anyways, this now has sleeves on it. This is now done, and it's on to accessory time. So, yeah. I discovered while filming me making this jewelry that I cannot film aesthetic making jewelry videos. I will see these beautiful making jewelry videos and they are so pretty and aesthetic and everything looks so nice and it's well lit, and mine does not have that vibe. So if you were able to glean any information on how I made any of these from this, lovely, beautiful, your mind works in incredible ways. You should think you are so smart. And if not, that is okay. That is okay, because I don't even know what's going on in here. So yeah, I made some jewelry. I made a bracelet, and I made a necklace, a necklace. I can't speak, and earrings. So yeah, enjoy. And with jewelry done, all this outfit needs is a top, and then we can move on to the reveal. Alright, time for final thoughts. I need to fix this sleeve because as soon as I put it on, a bunch of the stitching popped off and I'm not really sure why it did that, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And I think also I may wear a wig instead of my own hair, simply because my hair just can't, it's real flat. It's real flat. There's not a lot going on with my hair. It's a really cute length, and it covers like my butt, which is incredibly important to me. It is funny though that where this sits and where this sits, it's just my belly button. An unfortunate thing. The other unfortunate thing is this white is not quite the same as this. Like, this is just a little bit of a warm white, where the rest of the whites in this are all a cool tone white. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm not doing anything else. I also realized when I put this all on, I forgot how much boob this top, it's just, there's so much here, and that makes me feel just a little uncomfortable. Not enough to like not wear this top, but enough where I'm like, oh, with this and this, it's just, yeah. So that's probably a problem. Final thoughts. I think this is like a 7 out of 10. I like it. It's cute. I'm definitely gonna wear it to the concert and I'm gonna have a good time, and it's comfortable enough that I'll be fine. I've got like range of motion, we're good. Because on this sleeve where I actually sewed it correctly, I've got full range of motion, unlike this one where I accidentally tore it. So I'm gonna have to make sure that I just like sew it in the right spot. I also did these sleeves last minute, so. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am not excited about going to edit it, but I do hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you're like gonna be at the Seattle concert, because that's the one I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna have some bracelets and some trinkets and things that I will have to trade, so do come and see me if you are there, because now you know what I'm gonna look like. Wow. Jiggle physics. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I feel like I said that already. And I will see you next time, hopefully. It technically can close.